Hello, everyone. There we go. All right. Well, welcome everybody to XSplit Weekly Episode 41 and a half.
And a half.
And a half. We're saying and a half. Hello, everyone.
Okay. Ooh, I like the new
Do you like the news?
branding.
You like it?
Oh,
Switching it up. You know what I mean? Hello,
as
everybody.
the Smash community would say, it is crisp.
Chris, you know what? I was trying to go with a different look. Like if you guys don't know, like AJ's usually here too as well, but AJ's actually flying in Japan right now. So we have Anna here, who's our community manager in Canada. So we're just gonna get into this stuff.
And I'm
Um,
joined here today by UGR Gaming, or Brandon,
yes.
who is our community manager in the US.
Yes. So if you guys are new to this whole stream and everything, we do a weekly show every week about like XSplit news, platform news, gaming news, and all that kind of stuff, and talking to you guys in the chat who are here. Wait, is my sound choppy? Is this
I'm
choppy?
asking, I don't know, because I'm
Oh,
not sure if it's my headphones or if it's your
it
sound
might be
that's
your
picking up.
headphones. Yeah, it probably. But as long as you can hear me, it should be fine.
I hear you.
Okay,
Beautiful
perfect.
voice.
So yeah, we're gonna be going through a lot of cool stuff for you guys. I know you guys are here to hear about some news that we're gonna be releasing very soon. So I'm really excited to see you guys here. And yeah, so we're gonna go into some stuff that kind of has happened in the last few weeks. Anna actually was at a really cool event in her hometown. So I'll let you talk about that a little bit. Oh, you're over on this
Ye-
side.
So after the craziness that was PAX West, which was incredible, both UGR and I attended. I'm seeing a few people in the chat. They're also there. Hello, and we ended up going our separate ways.
hmm
I ended up going for vacation, and then afterwards there was a DreamHack event in my city,
hmm
which I've been a fan of DreamHacks forever. They were initially first only a European event,
Yeah.
and to go all the way to Europe, it's pricey, and then hotels, and then
Right?
the change of currency. They started having some DreamHacks in the States. So I
Yeah.
went to DreamHack Atlanta a few
Yeah,
months
that was
back and I
fun.
really
That was my
liked it.
very first one.
That was
Yeah.
super fun.
hmm
And now there was a DreamHack in my city, in Montreal. So think about not needing a hotel, about being able, instead of looking for a place to eat or having to look for Ubers or not knowing where to
Oh
go,
yeah,
you know right
exactly.
away where to go, what to eat. But more importantly, all of my friends got to be here in Montreal.
Yeah,
It
true.
was super
Yeah.
cool. It was a esports event, so there was Rocket League, there was
hmm
Counter Strike, there was StarCraft, there was Hearthstone, there was Smash 4,
hmm
Melee, there was Street Fighter, and something really cool. I'm gonna just have a tidbit of
Oh
info.
yeah.
I was a big fan of League of Legends for years,
hmm
and lately I haven't really had a lot of esports to watch because as much as I love Overwatch, I don't really keep up with the esports of Overwatch.
hmm
No Dota, no StarCraft, nothing like that for me. But I found my new esport.
Ooh, which
Do you
is?
want to know what it
Please
is?
tell me, please.
It is Smash 4 and Melee.
Ooh, nice,
Yup,
nice. Okay,
yup.
okay.
I have never played, and now, so I had trouble watching the games before because it
Yeah,
just seemed, oh, why would I watch these two characters fight? I
yeah.
can do a million other things.
hmm
But now that it's my friends that are entering these tournaments,
hmm
it's so much more fun to watch. Because
Yeah.
now when I watch Hugs versus the Moon,
hmm
there's so much on the line because they're both my friends.
hmm
When I watch Esam versus Larry Lur, I'm thinking, oh my God, Esam is my friend. I really want him to win.
yeah.
So I really, really enjoyed it. And everyone is so inclusive
hmm
and nice. It just feels like the best esport.
I know, right? So we're sending you to all the esports events now. That's gonna be happening now.
Yup.
Yeah,
Now we already have a fighting game community guy,
yeah, that's
but
true. That's
I know
true.
he's more into Tekken and
hmm
Street Fighter.
hmm
So
But
anything
Smash,
Smash, Melee, and Smash 4,
we got it.
sign me
There you go.
up. It was so much fun. It was wonderful. And I seriously, I urge you guys, if you're looking around for an esport, take a look around. There's something about watching competitive gaming
hmm
with your friends
Yeah.
that it just doesn't translate to watching it on Twitch
Oh,
or
of
on Mixer
course.
or on YouTube.
hmm
It's amazing. And then you
Because the
have
energy,
the
you know what I
crowd.
mean, is so
Oh
different
God,
when it's there. Yeah.
it's so good. It's
hmm
so good. Oh.
Yeah.
So that was my story. DreamHack
hmm
Montreal was amazing.
hmm
A lot of my friends were here, and a lot of people are actually stuck here now because not a lot of people can return to Florida with the hurricane.
Ooh, no. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but I also get my friends here for an extra week.
That's true, and you get to show them around and stuff like that too. So,
Exactly.
okay,
Exactly.
so obviously you've been to DreamHack Atlanta.
Yeah,
And like, okay, so which one did you feel like, was there one that was better than the other one? Did one do something better? Like,
it's really hard to compare. So I prefer DreamHack Montreal simply
Mm-hmm,
because I watched a lot more of esports, and it
mm-hmm.
was something that I could enjoy to do. The weather was better. I'm sorry,
Oh
Atlanta,
yeah.
but it was way too hot. DreamHack Atlanta, the venue was huge, and there
Yeah.
was a very small bring your own computer area. In
Mm-hmm,
Montreal, the bring your own computer area took over half of the venue, meaning that the places where you had to walk were a lot more condensed, and
mm-hmm.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you remember DreamHack Atlanta, it was so big. I never ventured to the side
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
room.
and there's some places that didn't have like there wasn't enough there to fulfill the whole entire
That's how
convention.
I felt. But it's
Yeah.
also because the Atlanta Convention Center is
Mm-hmm.
gigantic.
Yeah, it's huge.
And they didn't really push bring your own computer that
Mm-hmm.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Montreal, there's another thing that Montreal did. Maybe that's where there was more bring your own computer. Is there was a lot of amateur tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So you had for example, you had a tournament for Counter Strike, and then you
Oh
had a
yeah.
tournament
Yeah.
for Hearthstone. But then you also had bring your own computer tournaments for Hearthstone. So if the Hearthstone tournament was 25,000, you had an additional 10 to 15,000 in just random tournament pools.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody who maybe missed out on the big invitational tournament, now they want to go to the event because they can compete in one of the smaller brackets.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of League of Legends stuff too, with a lot of money. So a team of League of Legends players, that's 5 computers, that adds up. That takes up a lot of room.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. I
Well,
hope
maybe
they
sometime
keep
to come
bringing
soon.
DreamHack
Yeah,
to Montreal.
because I think
Whenever you start a new
yeah.
event, doesn't always go super well,
Mm-hmm.
but
But it's cool that they're
we'll
like
see.
expanding to different cities too as well. So hey, I might
Mm.
have to check out another one pretty soon.
Listen, maybe there's gonna be a DreamHack Chicago.
That hey, I've been saying we need more conventions here, so
I
that
agree.
works
Or
out. Yeah,
Indiana.
yeah, yeah, or
Somewhere
that
in
too.
that general
Hmm.
vicinity.
Hmm.
I agree.
Yeah. Which obviously that was a great segue because the next thing
I
we're gonna
know,
talk
I
about real
know. You
quick.
saw what I did there?
If you guys don't know, or if you are from the area, I live in Chicago and I run Twitch Chicago. We're going to be doing our next meetup September 29th at Replay Lincoln Park, which is technically the original place that we actually hosted the very first meetup, but they changed like companies, but it's at the same place. So that's gonna be happening the 29th, where you can now sign up for it. Also, here's the website too if you want to RSVP. We have a lot of cool people coming out. I know Grassy Mexican's coming out. Curvy Llama's coming
Grassy?
out as
Gassy.
well. So it's
I
gonna
thought I
be
heard grassy. That's
oh,
funny.
yeah.
My bad. Actually,
um,
let me reset my pretend I'm not
Okay.
here.
Oh, it's
Fill
all
for
good.
me.
So yeah, you can actually sign up for it now. We have our sponsors coming through. Actually, I have a meeting right after this to talk about something huge that's going to be happening. I'm really excited, so I can give you guys a little bit of exclusive because I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. But basically, if you do happen to
If
be
you
going
live
to
in the
this,
area,
yeah, if you
come
happen to,
by.
yeah, if you happen to be coming to this meetup, there may be a chance for you to be possibly going to TwitchCon.
Oh, oh,
And
oh.
so we'll talk about that once everything's done, but there'll be a possibility for that to happen. So we got to get those things going.
There's a little bit of
Yeah,
stuff in the
there's a
works.
little
There's a
stuff in
little
the
bit of
works. So
excitement.
that's one of
There
the
could
cool
be a
things.
potential. You get a free
Yes.
TwitchCon ticket out of
Yeah,
this.
yeah, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So we're gonna be doing that. But then next, real quick, if you guys don't know, and I should have just brought up my tweet really quick, but I'm gonna be doing a charity marathon at the right before TwitchCon, which is kind of funny. For one up on cancer, which is basically like they do charity work for gaming and cancer. So oh yeah, sure, I got it perfect. So
I
for
got
that,
you, boo.
yes, we have 30 casters which will be featured on my channel, twitch.tv/UGR Gaming, for 3 days straight. We're gonna be playing scary games throughout, and all money goes to charity as well. But you'll be able to donate towards different prizes, which we have like a lot of different sponsors that are gonna be involved. Which I'm really excited. So it's going to be the second time we've done this for a year. If you want to check out that the tweet, you can see all the casters who are involved and like kind of the premise of it, but it's going to be a little bit crazy. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, it's happening October 13th through the 15th. So If you want to tune in, support, that's gonna be awesome because obviously I'm pretty sure we're gonna do one next year as well. So it's always good to like be in that chat so we remember who's around,
Absolutely. And this is something that's so important where, this year I got to go to St. Jude Play Live through the fundraising that I have done for Quest for the Cause. But I've also been fundraising with Quest for the Cause for a really long time.
Yeah.
And the longer that these events exist, the more established they become, the more people want, I'm sure your first year it was a little bit harder to find people. Nowadays, you talk about the event, everyone jumps, they want in.
Yeah.
So if you show initiative, if you show that you're there, if you watch, if you offer to moderate, it shows that you want to be a part of it. And next year, people that maybe are in every year that can't compete, maybe they'll have to step down. And then Brandon will look at you and say, all right, you've been around, you show initiative. Let's tag you in.
Because like she's totally right. Like the first year, like we had to like go and ask people to sign up, and like literally this time we had like 128 people who we had to go through all their applications to go through that, and that was a long process. I mean, we did bring some new people in, and we had more new people than people who were in it last year. But it's really cool, and especially like Twitch being involved and wanting to support it, which that's awesome. So I'm like, the first time I was like, can you guys please do it? They're like, oh yeah, that's fine, we got you. I was like, okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, senpai.
Yeah, so
for noticing.
Our goal is to outbeat our final goal, which of last year we were like literally like $50 away from making it to $10,000 in the 3 days.
Wow.
So in the first year, I was like, okay, I think we could do at least 200. I think it's too. We like passed it like the first day. I was like, okay, I'm not ready.
I'm not ready. Oh my god, that's actually hilarious.
Yeah, so
that's the best when you set a goal and then you crush it. Oh.
Yeah. So this year we're trying to surpass at least our first goal is to try to get past that last goal of last year. So there you go. There's enough about that. So we can talk a little bit about what's happening next on the show.
Ooh. Yeah. So next on the show, we are going to be switching to XSplit News, or we're going to be teasing the TwitchCon. What do you think?
Well, no,
because I think we should tease the TwitchCon when we talk about TwitchCon in Twitch News.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So
I think that.
Yes, we do have TwitchCon news that we're going to be talking about. This is going to be really awesome. So if you guys are here for that, just wait. We're gonna get to that really soon. If you guys were at TwitchCon last year, we're going to be doing something completely different than what we did last year, and we're going to be working with some really cool people. So we can.
But if you've paid attention to some people that we've been partnering up with lately,
yeah,
it might give you an idea of what we're going to be doing. And the only keyword I'm going to give you is. It's zany. It's zany.
It's zany and
insane.
It's gonna be very different. So I'm excited.
Yep, 100%.
All right. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But okay, next we're gonna talk about really quickly. Tomorrow we're gonna be on this channel. We're gonna be having a show. If you guys have never heard of it, it's called Behind the Stream, where basically our production team like comes on here and then they talk about different things in production, how to do stuff better with your stream or how to improve on it.
How to have how to make sure that your microphone is the most crisp, your webcam, that you're using the right equipment, that it's all working well.
Yeah.
These are guys that have been scheduling huge tournaments for years, running production for that. And now they come to your screen.
Yeah.
What time is this?
I think it's at 11 p.m. Central Time. So here,
cool.
Yeah. So
midnight.
Yeah, and their show is very creatively done, and I like how they do their show because it's like they're very wacky, which is really good. That's why I like all the shows are different.
And it's funny because they're both so usually stone-faced in public, and then you see them on the show, and they're just these two giant teddy bear nerds that just want to help. It's amazing.
Yeah, so that's going to be happening tomorrow, but we do have a special guest who will be on the show, so we're just going to play this intro real quick for you guys to see who this is. All right, here we go.
Surprise.
Hello everybody, I'm MC and I play fun and interesting games on YouTube.
Whoa, it's a big one!
MC Gamer in the case of the missing lapis.
Oh my god, a bad decision has been accidentally made! Yes! Wait.
I popped the egg!
Whatever you feel.
My body is ready.
Thank you so much.
So as you guys can see, we're going to be having Super MC Gamer, who is the creator of Zeldathon. He has been doing these charity marathons for quite a long time now. We've been, sponsoring the event for a while. So basically, Zeldathon, like they play like pretty much every single Zelda game like ever created for like a week span of time. And they have different people coming in
and they fundraise money for charity.
Yes, it is a charity event as well.
Most importantly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They fundraise money for charity, which is awesome.
Yes. So he's going to be on the show with the guys tomorrow. So if you guys want to check it out, make sure you follow this channel here on twitch.tv/XSplit. That'll be happening. You guys can ask him questions. You can ask the production team questions about like XSplit, production things, anything. That's pretty much what that show's about. Like if you're in the chat, and you can win stuff too, which is awesome. We can't offer things like that, but they can. But make sure you guys check that out tomorrow, and it's going to be pretty awesome. All right.
I just gotta say, throughout that was a well-made video, and his hair is amazing. His hair is so good. Every single clip he had different hair, and it looked so good.
Yeah, I love that man's hair. It's always awesome. Fidel's here. Hi, I just made you a mod, sir. There you go. Another one
Fidel
of our
is our
managers.
Brazilian community manager.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so we're going to walk quickly through some of this stuff because I know you guys are waiting for this news, but we're going to kind of talk about some of these things that have happened. So we're going to go into our platform news where we talk about, the different platforms that XSplit is used on, Mixer and Twitch. So we're going to go through Mixer first. So we talked about this last week on the show, and it was announced that Mixer's Create is here.
Which...
So now...
Take a quick look at it. It looks incredible. I just posted the link. Mixer Create is basically that their app for iOS and Android is out of beta. You can mobile game so you can broadcast your games on mobile, not just on IRL. So a lot of people are thinking it's only IRL. It's not going to be just on IRL. It's a lot of other stuff. Plus, you can now do co-streaming. So one of the biggest draws that Mixer has is it solves the problem of growing on Twitch or not being able to grow because you can stream with other people. You guys can combine your chat, your viewer count, everything you co-stream with up to 4 people, which also is really fun.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I really wish Twitch would have something similar. Just saying. Right. And you can also co-stream from your phone, which, think about it. If you're having a bunch of friends over, you want to IRL stream a board game you guys are doing, boom, easy, and you get to combine all your chats. Because how often do you try to host or tweet a stream and people miss it, but when you go live, it gives an alert to everybody.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna be honest, I think they're in reinventing the wheel in a really good way.
They're working on some stuff where, like, obviously, like, Twitch has to make sure they're paying attention to that because, like, this technology is pretty crazy and pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So,
and of course, Twitch has some awesome stuff that it's been releasing that we're going to be talking about later. But Mixer, every time I see what Mixer's doing, I just think, please continue on this path, continue doing this, because the better Mixer gets, the more Twitch is going to have to notice and pay attention.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. And then that, if you're, obviously watching us on Twitch, that means good stuff for us because we'll probably eventually get some really cool stuff that's like, new and creative that we probably would never have gotten if there wasn't competition in the first place.
100%.
So, yeah.
And I'm excited. I just got to say, because right now IRL on Twitch is you can only go, you can really just go IRL when you go mobile streaming. But on Mixer, you can even record your games. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No more, maybe, this could mean potentially that you don't need a very expensive setup to stream.
Yeah. Because we all know that it can be pretty expensive.
As somebody who is right now spending a lot of money on her setup, that looks appealing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, following this serious news, I really wanted to talk about this because this is kind of, I wouldn't really say it's drama, but it definitely is something that would be better suited to a gossip column on a magazine. I just have to say, because this is very uncanny. The biggest partner on Twitch right now
Mhm.
in terms of subscriptions is Dr. Disrespect.
Mhm.
Dr. Disrespect has over 30,000 paying Twitch subscribers, which is insane. He is by far the biggest guy. I know Shroud was catching up a little bit, and Lyric and stuff like that, but Dr. Disrespect is in the lead.
Mhm.
And if you take a look at his social media posts, he doesn't tweet much. He
Mhm.
doesn't tweet at people. He doesn't tweet at company. He sometimes tweets about PUBG, which is the game that he plays.
Mhm.
And here, the doc himself tweets at Mixer.
Mhm.
And if you take a look at the post, many of Mixer's biggest streamers
Mhm.
are writing to him saying, hey, so,
Uh,
when are you coming over? We're waiting for you.
yeah.
I'm really excited to see
Yeah,
if,
I thought it was really interesting because I saw it and I was like, okay, that could mean a lot of different things. Like, I mean, it's just, I mean, like people like may say things about Mixer or whatever, but they're definitely making some splashes in like kind of bringing over some bigger name people and
Yup,
you know
from
making people
YouTube
notice.
and
Yeah,
from Twitch.
yeah.
They've done it before. They're
Mhm.
not stopping.
Mhm.
And I mean, if you bring the doc
Mhm.
to
That's a
Mixer,
lot. That's a lot of people. And I mean, if
that's a
people,
lot of people that are going to follow him.
yeah,
And that's a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people that are going to add to the platform.
hmm So that's why I mean, you know, Twitch is a great platform, but like, I mean, they gotta be keeping up with Mixer because like they will be able to do some stuff. You know what I mean?
I love it. I saw the tweet. I thought, I know this belongs more in a magazine, but I had to
Oh
talk
no,
about
I
it.
think that
I
was
had
perfect
to
because I
talk
thought the
about it.
same thing. I thought it was really interesting to talk about that for sure.
Moving on to a bigger slice of
Yeah,
pie.
yeah.
We have Twitch news.
Yes,
And the
yes.
first thing we got going on is hashtag charity is still
Woo.
going on.
Yes.
As of yesterday, $62,309 were raised for Extra Life.
Mhm. And I'm actually
is-
wearing the shirt right now. I'm
Show me,
wearing
show me,
it.
show me.
It says cheers. I got this from Extra Life at PAX West. Cheers for kids.
Oh,
So I'm wearing that today.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. So
And again, for
that's a
those of you
lot
that
of
want a
money,
quick
yeah.
recap on what it is, every time that you give bits in a channel,
Isaac,
I
you're
think
done
this
now.
is up until the. Oh, wait. Where's
Is
the
it-
date?
I'm trying to find the date myself too.
I can't see the date. But I think it ends on the 19th.
Okay.
I think it ends on the 19th. Every time you give bits in a channel and you type hashtag charity,
hmm
20% of the total value that you gave, Twitch will take and give to charity.
hmm
But your favorite content creator to whom you're giving the bits doesn't actually miss out on the bits.
hmm
Instead of taking it out of our bits,
Oh, the
Twitch
19th. There you go.
basically matches it up 20% of the value,
hmm
up to $200,000. Now, there's only 6 days left,
hmm
and we're a little over a quarter of the maximum amount that Twitch is going to match.
And isn't that crazy though?
Can we make Twitch give more money to charity?
Hashtag
Huh?
charity.
Hashtag charity.
Give me more
Hashtag
reason
buy
to
some bits.
Wear this shirt a little bit longer.
And give it to me. I'm
There
kidding.
you go.
Give some to Brent. And I guess
But no, like this is
channels.
really cool because this is the second year that they've done this, and like they tried to do a really big push this time around to like let people know to make sure you do that. And like
I would love if this became a yearly thing.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think they will do that. I mean, because it's like it's so simple to do. It's like if you're gonna give bits to someone anyway, why not just like give some to charity as well? Like while you're giving someone bits, especially if
Yeah.
you give like big bits to people. Jeez, at least do the some to charity. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's funny, but every little amount counts. You know, if
Mhm.
you're giving 20 bits and you type hashtag charity,
Mm-hmm.
that's still 4 cents that's going to charity.
Mm-hmm.
And if every single person that when they're giving 10 or 20 bits do hashtag charity, little by little it accumulates. And that's amazing.
Mhm.
That's, you take some bits here, you take some bits there, you put them together, you have more bits. It's
Mhm,
wonderful.
Let's see. I'm trying to read some stuff in the chat. It would be amazing if they did this for. Oh yeah, if they did it, I think they're doing something at TwitchCon, some charity stuff at TwitchCon.
There's going to be a lot of charity stuff at
Yeah,
TwitchCon, and
yeah.
I'm excited for it. I love when people ask me nowadays, oh, so what are some of the notable things that you've achieved in your career because you play video games, I kind of take out the rap sheet of all of the charity things I've done,
Mhm.
of all of the amazing things I've gotten to do, and it shuts people up pretty quickly. It really does. It's incredible.
Uh-huh.
We're living the best life. We are in the perfect timeline.
Yeah, yeah. And
So yeah,
whatever we
make
can
sure you
do to
got
help
this.
out with like with video games and charity, that's always the best. You know what I mean? So we've talked about this a few times. So that's pretty cool.
And so moving into the next thing we're going to
Mhm.
talk about, it's funny because Twitch really blew up. Out 3 years ago when I went to PAX West, we were about 5,000 partners or 4,000 partners, Twitch said,
Mhm.
and now there's about 20,000 partners.
Mhm.
That's in 3-4 years. Not only that, adding to all those partners, there's about 60,000
I
affiliates. Or
know.
from what I heard
Yeah.
is 60,000 people qualify for affiliates. It doesn't
Mhm.
mean that everybody signed a contract, everything.
Mhm.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
How do you make sure that people are still finding ways to subscribe to streamers? How do you find ways for people to make streaming a viable career?
Mhm.
First of all, hashtag charity really helps people with, buying bits, getting to know bits, things like that.
Mhm.
How about September?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but Twitch is spoiling us this month. Have you had a lot of people subscribe lately
Yeah, you know
for the
what?
first time?
Yeah, because this thing is really cool, and like made a really good point that I was actually gonna bring up too as well. Is that like with
But
this
I brought it
whole-
up first.
There you go.
Some better. No,
This September thing it's pretty cool because with the affiliates as well with partners, like we both get both ends of the stick. Like if people want to subscribe to an affiliate, I mean they save 50% off on doing that, and it's more inclined that people will be like, well, it's not as expensive as it usually would. I'll sub to you this first time. I got a lot of subs, like even when I wasn't like I've been gone a lot, and people were subbing like when I wasn't around, like, hey, you know what? It's 50% off.
That's the
I'll sub to you, and I was like,
best.
well, that feels great. Thank you so much. I
That's
appreciate
the
that.
best. That's
Uh-huh.
100% the best.
And
When you go on
it's
vacation and people resub and say,
mhm.
"Hey, I still watch you. I,
Yes,
I hope you have a great
exactly.
vacation."
Yeah, yeah. And then the cool thing about this is that it's on every single tier that like as a subscription. The
I've
$4.99,
had
$9.99, and
quite a few
$25.
$24.99
Yeah,
subscriptions already
yeah.
from completely new people,
Hmm.
which is incredible because every single one of those adds 6 sub points.
Yeah, yeah.
Except people are paying. It used to be, 6 times 5 would have been $30, but now
Hmm.
people are paying $12.50, out of which I get everything,
Hmm.
and
But
I get
the
6 sub
person who's
points.
paying doesn't like, they paying the half amount, which is pretty cool. Which I really hope that Twitch does a little bit more of this, like in the future, because like as we can see, like people are actually taking advantage of this, like Techie's, saying, and I know we both have experienced like people subbing up brand new using that as well, and it's like it's really cool to see like now people are seeing why this whole like affiliate thing and partner thing is a good thing because we're both benefiting off of this, and I don't think Twitch would have done this if it wasn't affiliates as well.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't think they would have
Because
done that.
what essentially, Twitch is incredible, but it is a business,
Hmm.
and a business has to turn profitable.
Hmm.
Twitch has a lot of employees, Twitch has a lot of fees.
Hmm.
So most people, if they're presented with a great product that they get to try, they're
Hmm.
going to then end up using the product. Most people that subscribe for the first time and start seeing, oh, this is actually really cool.
Hmm.
I get emotes, all that, but I also get to support a channel. Because I find a lot of people that don't sub, sometimes they say, oh, I just don't understand subscribing.
Yeah, yeah.
But once you kind of join in, you get it. And for Twitch to do this, a lot of people are going to subscribe for the first time.
Hmm.
Some might never subscribe again, which is fine. But a lot of those people are going to keep subscribing to other channels,
Hmm. Yeah.
which is same. I agree. So in the chat, Beer has said that it felt that Twitch was sitting on their laurels for a bit. I agree.
Hmm.
I agree. It seemed like Twitch kind of released a lot of things that seemed
Oh yeah.
rushed. But now things are getting streamlined into place.
Yeah,
I'm
and it's
really
already
enjoying
starting
this.
to make sense now, which is pretty cool. And obviously, we know like with TwitchCon rolling around pretty soon, we're most likely going to hear some new stuff coming up pretty soon. As we talked about last week, the extensions, which I haven't had a chance to do the extensions yet. But that was brand new, so I'm sure Twitch has something up their sleeve that we
I've seen
probably
a
find out
few
pretty
people
soon.
with extensions already.
Yeah.
And question for people in the audience,
hmm
have you been using extensions? If so, what kind of extensions have you been using?
hmm
How do you like them?
Yeah.
Because I've seen a few, but I don't see the point right now of extensions for my channel.
hmm
I see the point for, if you're streaming Destiny or League
hmm
of Legends. I think there's a lot of potential.
hmm
I just haven't really seen some that appeal to me.
Yeah, and it's the fact that people can, like, if you develop these kinds of things, you can actually like make your own extension, and then like people can use it. Like I might end up using it for my equipment and stuff, because people ask me all the time what I use and stuff, and I have like a Google Doc that shows like every single thing that I use. But it'd be so
Wow.
much easier if I could just like put it on there so people could see it right there, and just like if they want to buy it, there it is.
I'm going to read some of the stuff that people have
Oh
been
yeah,
saying
Go ahead.
that I've yet to install any, but my fiance has the Amazon list up for the art supply he
Yeah.
uses in his panels.
hmm
That's pretty interesting.
hmm
Open source said people could come up with some amazing things.
hmm
Having a fully interactive stream would be crazy cool. I agree. I think it's innovative for the future, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
I think it could be
it's gonna
great.
be cool. Oh yeah, you could put your own schedule on your channel too, so people could see it. I probably won't use that because my schedule's kind of all out of whack, so I don't want people to be like, "Why are you here at this time?" I'm like, I must sleep. That's what
Because
I'm
I
I'm
have
asleep.
things to do.
So yeah,
But streamer, why aren't you streaming 24 hours a day,
that would
every
be
day?
nice. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Amazon one is pretty cool. There's there's the Kappa Pet that you can do, which is pretty cool. But yeah, they're bringing out new ones like all the time that you could check out. And you just got to go to your panels, and then now there's like an option to choose like extensions. You can pick which one you want. There's a Streamlabs one as well too, where you can actually like import, like if you use a bot, like all the settings into there, and you can use your loyalty points for different things that will interact with the stream. I haven't gotten to that, but I really want to see if I can work that out. I'm just having some issues, but hopefully it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Again, it can be a little stressful to navigate all of this at once, but as it exists for longer and people start using things, it's gonna be really nice. I'm excited.
Yeah. Let's see. Beer said, just think though, if a game dev who does Twitch integration, if they also have extensions so viewers can interact and play better. Yeah, I think they're actually trying to work on more games like that. Like, Stream Legends is one of those too as well, because the people who made that, they made the game Streamline, which was like an interactive Twitch game that your viewers can play with you too, and then people in chat can actually like bet on things that would happen in the game. So
I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. I like the chat and the bot system. I like betting. I like all that because I've seen a lot of streams use that, and I like that. But I gotta be honest with you, a lot of games that push stream integrations don't always work out. I played a ton of them,
well.
and there's a few that work. It's just sometimes let me play my game in peace. And I'm gonna really say this out there as a devil's advocate kind of thing, but the more that we advance, the higher quality streams are gonna have to get. It's the same in every industry. The longer an industry exists, the more it perfects itself. But then you start thinking, eventually, is sitting here playing a game going to be enough? Or are you only going to be playing games with your audience? If we kind of start going to that extension path, and then everything on your stream is going to have an extension, then people can zoom in. I always think about that.
Yeah.
And then I get lost, and I don't know. I think it could have a lot of benefits, but we'll have to see how it develops.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see some really cool extensions coming pretty soon. As we know, like Twitch always has something up the sleeve. So
oh my god,
some pretty cool stuff.
I was reading that I forgot what it was. There was a show that did really well, and the writers planned the show until 2024 or something like that. And I feel that Twitch is the same thing. Twitch has this business plan set in stone 5 years in or something.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. Everything is going to all come together in one beautiful, majestic end. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. Oh, Beer brings up another good point. About like seeing how streams have changed over the years, where it's like, it was just simple, like camera game. And now it's like a full like production of like how this is. Like you probably wouldn't see a stream like this like a few years ago. Like we have all this stuff like going on in the background, but it's really cool.
Even for example, some streamers, they'll have, raid responses and intro videos, outro videos. Personally, I use an intro video. I use a be right back screen. I'm not using an ending screen right now, but I used to use one. So eventually, again, like, when is enough going to be enough? And same thing for gear. Now streaming in potato quality isn't good enough. You always need to have better, newer gear. It's scary.
It's scary, but you know what? Like with the industry growing and changing, it always gives like something new for us to keep. Like,
of course,
moving forward.
you gotta evolve.
Yeah.
Adapt. What is it? Adapt or sink or swim. There we go.
Yeah. True. As you know, I mean, I'm sure you've seen like in the industry itself, like people who can't get used to the change usually don't stay around very long.
Yeah.
So
you have to learn to adapt, and it's not fair. It's not fun, but something that's not fair for you could be extremely fair for someone else and extremely fun for someone else.
Yeah.
Gotta hustle.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so next up, and I think this happened last year too, but I guess I'm pretty sure this happened last year, or it was a different thing. But
I think it was a different event. I don't think it was this event.
Oh no, I think it was like it was a different award.
It was the
show.
Grammys after party, no?
Maybe something like that, but
yeah,
I don't know. But either way, Twitch will be doing an after party for the Emmys, so that is going to be pretty exciting. So you can watch on IMDb Live. So that'll be happening. So if you want to check that out, it's going to be happening September 17th, which is this weekend. So yeah, if you're into the Emmys and stuff, you can watch it live on Twitch. See live reactions and chat.
I think they have that with the so I think it's incredible that 3 years ago most people didn't really know what Twitch was, and now Twitch is doing great at bringing so much content on Twitch. When the eclipse happened, most of my friends, where they watch the eclipse? On Twitch.
Yeah.
It still looked great. Yeah. There's so many events now that are happening. The presidential debate was on Twitch, which is kind of crazy.
That was weird.
Now IMDb Live is here, the Grammys. I think it's a genius way to capture an audience that's under the ages of 40, let's say. Because most people under the age of, let's say, 30 don't watch regular television. We don't really watch the news much. We, if we have TV, it's usually for Game of Thrones and TV shows like that. So, the eclipse was on Twitch.
I think it was a NASA channel. There's a NASA channel on Twitch too.
It's pretty crazy. They're bringing a lot of content like that on Twitch.
Yeah, and like TV shows like Power Rangers, Mr. Rogers, Mystery Science Theater was one of them. They just did a recent one, but I cannot remember. But but they stuff like Fresh Stock, like they're trying to bring that kind of quality production content to Twitch, which is pretty cool because like I was telling people like, what if one day like Twitch just ends up having its own national channel? You know what I mean? That'd be kind of weird how that would work. I don't know how they would do that, but like if it was like MTV and they did shows like that, like they're getting pretty close to that kind of stuff. Stargate, there you go.
When I saw Fresh Stock, it immediately to me looked like a show that I would watch in my early teens on MTV.
Yeah.
It looked like I literally thought, wow, this is kind of MTV Cribs, but for shoes, with the intros, with everything. Hey, this is na 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 na. I'm joined here with na 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 na. We're talking about this today on the show. We're talking about shoes, and then you go out. It actually reminded me of a show on MTV where they just walk around, look at shoe stores, look at clothes stores.
It's pretty cool, and I like. Twitch is obviously stepping up the quality, and and this is why I keep telling people, if you want to get involved with like hosting or production or whatever, make sure you follow Twitch, Twitch_studios on Twitter, because they have a lot of opportunities for casters. Like when I did the hosting workshop for Twitch, like it was through that. It's not going to go through the main channel of Twitch until like it's the actual event, then they'll throw it on the the Twitter. But like Twitch studios, they're working very hard to get broadcasters and a lot of new production stuff that they're doing. And if you want to get involved with that or write your, like even for TwitchCon, they want people to like write their own segments for shows where you can get involved with that. Definitely make sure you follow that and get that information there, because that's the easiest way to get involved.
I gotta add this in. I'm still a little bitter that they did not open them up. Oh, let me link Twitch Studios. Did someone already do that?
There you go. She just said that right there. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that's
Latin
it.
America lost 3% of its cable TV subscribers to live stream. Wow,
Mhm.
that's amazing.
Mhm.
And it's only going to grow every year. But I am a little bit salty that Twitch Studios, their first hosting thing was only for US citizens.
Well, I think it was mainly because they had like 20 people and they had to pay for everybody's flight
It
and
was
hotel.
easier, I get it.
But they are for sure they are for sure doing a second round because they literally were like really happy with how that turned out. But I know that like that we gave them feedback on what they should do, which I feel like if the second round is gonna be so much better because the first round was great, but we gave them a lot of feedback of what we thought would have been better from the
So
first
you're
one.
saying the second round's going to be better and I'm going to be there.
I can't tell you if you're gonna be there, but I think the second one will be better because I feel
Confirmed on stream.
we gave them some really good feedback to help them with the next class that they bring in because like from my experience, I love the experience. There are some things I already knew about. There's some things I learned about, but there was like, on camera experience, it was very short. It was like probably I did like 20 minutes of like I was on the studio and I did something I had never done before. So we told a lot of people had the same feedback like, hey, like we want to make sure we have time to practice and get to be in the studio and learn about the stuff in the studio in longer than a few minutes. But that'll be in the next round.
Yeah, it feels like you guys were only there for a few days, right?
No, we're only there for one day. It was like a college class. They crammed like everything in like all day.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I think they're gonna extend it to more days to spread it out and not be so all focused like a lot of information because it was a lot of information to take in at once. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. All right, so I think we can kind of get into the next thing where a lot of people are excited about, so we can get kind of into the main topic.
So we're going to be segmenting into a segment. Quick segment. TwitchCon is doing the VIP purple ticket to TwitchCon. There's one left. If you send Twitch, wait 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
no problem. That was right in the middle of having to talk. A cough. I'm sorry. It came over me. If you make a 30 to 90 second Twitch highlight explaining why you love Twitch and submit it to link.twitch.tv/purple ticket or tweet the IRL, you can win an all expenses paid trip to TwitchCon. You can also get to go to all the VIP parties.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get to tour every single place at the event itself. You're basically going to be the protege. It's VIP. Yeah. It's not even VIP.
Yeah, because you'll get to go in like a partner. Because I'm sure there's gonna be like a partner area where like only partners get in, and you'll probably walk right through there too as well.
Yep. Cool. No, it's you're not just VIP. You're gonna be the top VIP.
Yeah, so
which is amazing.
Everybody.
And more importantly, at TwitchCon this year, we're partnering up with.
Wait, you're just gonna go right into it?
I was taking a long swig of water.
Right, okay. Go ahead.
I wanted to make it dramatic.
Yeah, go ahead. This is the drum roll, you guys. The 21st century drum roll. That's a long swig of water. She drank her whole entire
I'm a thirsty girl.
Okay, all right.
Listen.
Okay. I understand.
We are partnering up with Devolver Digital.
Yes.
If you guys have not heard of Devolver Digital, they are an indie game mega darling, but they're kind of like the AAA of indie games. Some of the stuff they've published, Absolver, Hotline Miami, Hatful Boyfriend. If you guys have seen the E3 presentations, they killed.
Yeah, that was
E3 presentation
stuff. Yeah,
they killed it. They are among some of the hardest working people in the industry that are down to earth and fun. And we got together and we said, okay, you know what sucks when we do the same thing at every event where we just have people and do interviews and stuff like that? Yeah, we get it, but it's boring. So one thing Devolver Digital is known for is let's do more and more and more. So we're going to be having an actual variety show.
Yeah.
Think of a variety show inspired from Japanese TV, and lucky for us,
yeah,
one of our community managers was on Japanese TV.
That literally is him.
It's gonna be that. There's gonna be karaoke. There's gonna be food eating. I'm pushing for the sumo wrestling. It's gonna be happening. There's gonna be a lot of weird zany, fun stuff that we're going to get to do, not just content creator with content creator, but also people from the crowd and audience. And it's open to everyone.
Yeah.
We want to have a mix of big partner streamers and affiliates and also moderators and people that just came out to TwitchCon because they love Twitch. It's gonna be amazing.
Yes.
I'm really
Of course, we're gonna have like really cool exclusives there, but we're gonna so I'm gonna give what we're gonna give later, so you can still correct it later. But for the people who are here right now,
no, don't, because I'm gonna change it up. It doesn't.
but they can
It's
get
not
it
really the
first.
same.
No, it's fine. It's fine because this could be save information, but you can still change it, and then we'll release it later. At least for the people who are here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
We can
if you
do
guys are here, it's because you guys have been really patient, being awesome. This is the form that you would sign up for. That will sign up for.
That we'll be releasing later tonight, but I'll be changing some of the information in it. Because I'll be honest with you, this is the form that. Oh.
I thought you were about to say porn. I was like, hello.
I almost did. That's when I started laughing because I mispronounced it. This is the form. I wanted to say boring form. This is the form that we used before for our more, corporate kind of things. So that's why it's a little cliche, but I'm gonna make it a lot more fun.
But you guys get
because I want it to be on brand with Devolver.
Yeah. But you guys will get the first exclusive, so feel free to sign up now. Be the first chances to get in there. So basically you'll get different like on the form it actually tells you like kind of basically what we're going to be doing, so we know like if you're willing to do like a variety show or talk or just hang out and stuff. So we just want your information, like when are you going to be at TwitchCon, what's your channel, and all that stuff, and then you'll be the first ones to get it. But it will be changed later on tonight when the CMs actually.
I'll be changing to it's going to be the same information. It's just going to be worded a lot more fun because this is like the boring corporate wording. But basically, it's to see if you're interested to be a part of this of this show. If it's something that interests you, if you want to go against someone like Dan's game, or someone like one of your do you ever want to just, I don't know, throw a plate of whipped cream in your moderator's face? Well, you're about to.
There you go. And the cool thing about this is that we're like, I'm hoping that when we get people signing up for it, that we're gonna actually build some new segments on top of this with people.
I think we absolutely will.
Which I think I see working chef in here. I'm thinking about a cooking one if we can get that to happen.
Dan's domestic Dan also talked about a cooking one, so maybe a cook-off.
We might have to do that. So
and more importantly, something about these kind of things is we're talking about getting involved in the industry. We're talking about how to distinguish yourself. This is an easy way for you to network with people that you might never network with. You're already at TwitchCon, where people that go to TwitchCon are not just Twitch viewers. They live and bleed purple. If you're thinking about people that are going to find you and your content and want to support you and your content, TwitchCon is the place to meet those people, 100%.
And this is all going to be live streamed as well, because of course you can go back and use this as like portfolio stuff for your own stream that you're on,
for your YouTube reel, for your
on
demo
stream at TwitchCon. So that's always a good thing. So make sure if you guys are here now, like feel free to fill this out. It'll be going out a little bit later. It will be different, but it'll be all on the same form anyway. Like information will still be there. So you guys got that exclusive for hanging out with us.
Again, it's going to be more information given on the form, but I just kind of want to tell you guys about it since you guys are here first. Another thing too is you'll get to learn from a lot of different types of hosts. So Devolver Digital has JM and Chris, who are both traditional. They did traditional TV, they did radio, but now they're moving. They both do a lot of improv. They don't take themselves seriously. JM is an improv god. So you have those very traditional mediums, and then you have a medium that's very different. You have AJ, who's done hosting on Japanese television, and then you have a new age medium between UGR and me. UGR, who does a ton of hosting for Twitch. Myself, I've done hosting for ESL, for Hearthstone. So we're taking all of that and combining it, and it's always, personally, every time I do these types of shows, it hones my craft so much. And you want to be involved with more stuff like that, this is the way to do it.
That's why I say, like, it's always good to do that, because when we see people willing to do that, because actually with Beer in here, I actually was gonna have to message him about something else because Beer did something for us last year. I had to talk to him about that later because like examples like that, like when we have like cool streamers who come in and like work with us and willing to do some stuff, like opportunities arise where like, hey, you worked with us, hey, we would love to work with you again. Why don't we talk? So that might have to happen.
It's always like that
Yeah.
with every company, though.
Mhm.
Once you start working, and that's kind of, to be honest, that's even how I got the job at XSplit, is
Mhm.
that you were my friend
Mhm.
and you were somebody that I worked with a lot. That anytime you had a panel to fill or something, you said, Anastasia, do you want to come in and talk?
Mhm.
If you guys have watched this show, I'm sure you know that if you say, Anastasia, do you want to talk? I'll say yes. And then when you say, do you want to talk about video games? I'll say, yes. So boom.
There you
Easy.
go. There you go. Well, so that works out. So we're actually, because we're getting short on time, but we're gonna kind of get into this next few things real quick, which is kind of a great segue into what I was gonna ask Anna, because she's been with us for quite like a few months now, and which I find so interesting about her because, like, beforehand, like, she
I
streamed
am
on
interesting.
True.
Sorry.
She streams
Continue.
on Twitch, and from working with us now, like, she is now a gaming industry person as well. So now she's seeing both sides of things. So I was kind of wondering, like, do you feel like you've gained more opportunities, or do you feel like you're seen differently since you have both sides of the spectrum, or what kind of advice would you give to people who are wanting to get in the industry and like and work out that way?
So first and foremost, absolutely, I gained so much insight, a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of stuff that, for example, there's opportunities that would have never been presented to me if I had not been working with XSplit.
Mm-hmm.
I get to go to meetings with Microsoft, which as a Twitch
Yeah.
partner, not really something that I would be doing.
Yeah.
I got to do work with Alienware. I got to
Mhm.
do work with Astro. I got to meet Jinx. There's just,
Mhm.
and that was actually through you too.
Mhm.
So I got to meet up with people from Elgato. It's just, as a content creator, I've never been able to do those things.
Mhm.
So right away working with XSplit, that was a big in.
Mhm.
So I was thinking about your question because we kind of came up with this. Well, not me, you.
Well, like very
And I
quick.
love you for it in a good
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
You came up with this question kind of spur of the moment, and I
Mhm.
thought it was amazing.
Mhm.
So, just a few things that if you are, I talk a lot about how to get a gaming industry job.
Mhm.
And we talk a lot about this on the channel, but this
Mhm.
time I'm only going to talk two things about this, and then
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of channel into something else. So,
Mhm.
keep your eyes open for opportunities and talk to your friends.
Mhm.
Talk to your friends that work at companies. Hey, are you guys looking for anyone? What kind of jobs are you looking for?
Mhm.
I'm good at doing this. Bug people, but in a
Mhm.
good way. And also look to create the job you want.
Mhm.
Whatever your skills are, go to companies or even your friends that work at companies and say, okay, what are you guys looking for as a job? Okay, I have these skills. I think I could apply these skills to your job.
Mhm.
So you always gotta, the industry is ever changing, it's evolving. You gotta hustle.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I put it.
Mhm.
Now, once you've already obtained your job, or if you just started working a job, something that I wish I knew sooner was following up is okay.
Mhm.
And it's not only okay, it's something that you're going to have to get annoyingly good at.
Mhm.
At first, whenever I needed something from someone, I would send them a message and then I would think, well, they haven't answered me back. That's so weird.
Mhm.
But I have learned that companies are busy, people are busy, inboxes get full. If you really want to establish something, keep asking for it,
Mhm.
keep pushing for it, because sometimes somebody will say, oh, sorry, I gotta wait an extra week because of this, and then they'll forget about you.
Yeah, see, like this,
Not
like
in a bad
I was
way.
gonna say, like from your end, like now, do you see like when you like say you go on a trip or something, or you're at a convention and someone had emailed you, it's easy to forget that, like, oh, I forgot to reach back out.
100%.
Yeah.
I am so grateful when people message me about, okay, I met people from at the Twitch meetup in Toronto. I met people from Sea of Thieves. They said, you'll get into the alpha of our game, no problem. Email
Mhm.
us. I didn't have the time because
Mhm.
I forgot. I met them again at uh, PAX West. They said, no worries, email us. The other day they DM'd me saying, hey, you forgot to email us.
Mhm.
And I'm so grateful for that.
Mhm.
It's not their job to chase after me, but thank heavens they did, because I would have squandered that opportunities.
So it's always good
those
to
opportunities.
it's always good to follow up, and just like, because people do, I know I do all the time. Like, I've gotten a few messages from people saying, "Hey, I need to check in." I was like, "Oh, I totally forgot. I'll work on that," because we do a lot of stuff. We're like all over the place. Like a lot of people in the industry do a lot of things and traveling and all that kind of stuff. So it's easy to forget to check back in, because obviously if you read an email, it'll go dark. So you'll won't look at it and be like, "Oh, I already took care of that." So it's always good to follow up, but not like harp on it too much, or be like, "You didn't answer my email. What the hell? I'm tweeting at you too."
I hate you. Yeah.
So yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Something that took me a little bit to learn was establishing my work hours and boundaries a little bit better. When I first started working, I worked all the time because I loved it.
Yeah.
And Brandon is guilty of this. And nowadays, I love working all the time, but I also am a content creator. So I'm a content creator, and then I have, after I'm done stream, I'll eat, I'll go to the gym, and then I have my night where I'm working. So I don't work Saturdays and Sundays. And it just so happened that I released an email thread, I think, on a Monday, and someone answered me on Friday, and then they were like, the gif of is it Judge Judy, where she goes,
oh yeah,
she claps her hand and
Yeah.
then claps the desk, like, you right now. And that person said, "Hey, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer, but I would really like," I think we were giving away game codes. They said, "I really want this game code right now," even though they had 5 days to message me. And I said, "That's great."
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and then it was, I think, Friday at 9 p.m. And then they tweeted at me, and I said, "Unfortunately, I'm not at the office right now. I'll answer you Monday."
Yeah. Because it's normal hours too. Like, Monday through
It's
Friday.
not. And I didn't feel guilty about it. And the person fully understood. And funny enough, I saw QMG Saint at PAX West, and he said that he saw my tweet, and it inspired him to rework his work ethic.
Wow.
Because people get it.
That's
People
some good
get it.
stuff. Yeah.
From 8 to 5, you're at work. You can't just call your teacher at 3 a.m. in the morning and say, "Hey, teacher, that class that you were talking about there, can you repeat that?" Doesn't happen like that.
So true.
So define your work hours. Don't be afraid to bring your ideas to the party. Don't be afraid to say, "Hey, I think we should partner up with this company. I think we should partner up with this streamer." The companies you work with, especially in this industry, they recognize the value of content creation. They recognize that by getting someone who's a content creator first and foremost in an industry position means that they have an in on the industry like no one else does. So when you have an idea, they're going to be listening. You're hired for that. Bring your ideas out. Don't be afraid to share them. And lastly, learn about what partnerships your company already has.
Oh, yeah.
Because so often I'd meet company representatives, especially because every company's so big, right? Like, let's say Logitech, you might meet somebody from one part of Logitech, another part of Logitech. But I've often spent time developing a business relationship only to find out that we already had a business relationship.
Yeah.
And it was a great one. So
now we're good. You know what I mean?
those are my quick, spur of the moment, pre-stream
I like that.
tips
I like
you.
that.
I'm glad you like them.
Yeah.
More importantly, the audience likes
Yes.
them. You're
Yes,
welcome,
like
friends. And again, if ever you have more questions, feel free to tweet them at me.
Yeah, there you go. And
Or
her name is
UGR,
right over
or
there at the
XSplit.
bottom, right there. All right, so we're gonna have to skip gaming news because we are almost at time.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. That's why I was like,
I had very little gaming news actually because they're all pretty big stuff.
yeah. But I mean, you want to talk about real quick, or you want to just?
I'm just gonna say, PUBG reaches 10 million early access sales in 5 months. That's insane.
Yes.
And PUBG reaches a high of 900,000 concurrent players on Steam.
Boom.
To give you an idea, Valve has gotten the 1 million. Valve on Dota has gone to 1 million not that many times. And on the month of August, PUBG was the most watched game on Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's
PUBG is taking over the world.
Yeah, it's going pretty crazy.
And I'm not going to mention this next time. We can talk about it more next time. These numbers are looking very silly compared to the numbers of Destiny 2.
Right.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how this game is like blown up, and like
So many games are coming out. It's crazy.
they are getting used to all this stuff. Like they weren't expecting this amount of success, so that's why their team is growing so fast because they're trying to get used to everything. So yeah,
And they're adapting so well.
Mhm.
They just banned 150,000 cheaters. I think the other day or the day before, I was looking at Player Unknown,
Mhm.
Brendan from Player Unknown's Twitter.
Mhm.
They're not playing around.
Yeah.
They are not playing around. It's strict.
Yeah.
I love
yeah,
it.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to get into our feature of the week, which we're going to be talking about the Logitech Brio, which is a new 4K webcam that is out now from Logitech, but we have a great partnership with them. So we're going to show you guys what it is and how it works with XSplit and all that. So tune in. We'll be right back in 1 second.
Hello everyone, your friend Chris Slight here to talk to you about the Logitech Brio 4K Stream Edition. With this new camera, your content will look better than ever thanks to the ability to capture 4K video or full HD video at 60 frames per second. The Logitech Brio 4K Stream Edition can connect to your PC via USB 2.0 or 3.0, but I personally recommend using USB 3.0 so you have access to more resolutions and frame rates. Once your camera is connected, you can add it to XSplit by going to the Sources menu and selecting the Logitech Brio from the Video Devices list. You can position and size the Logitech Brio on your scene as you like, and XSplit optimizes the settings for the camera that work best for the majority of streamers and content creators. However, if you wish to tweak the settings of your Logitech Brio, simply right-click on the camera in the source list. In the source menu, if you wish to configure your camera manually, we've highlighted the most useful settings to quickly adjust your camera. The first section is for giving priority to frame rate or exposure. If you have good lighting, it's recommended you give priority to frame rate. However, if you don't have good lighting conditions, it's recommended to give priority to exposure. Giving priority to exposure may reduce frame rate, and 60 frames per second is not guaranteed. The field of view section allows you to quickly switch how wide the view of your camera is. Finally, you can enable HDR on your camera. HDR is recommended if you don't have the best lighting conditions, such as low light or harsh light like sunlight. HDR will limit your frames per second to 30 and isn't recommended if you'll be using the camera with high movement or contrast. If you wish to change the frame rate or resolution of the camera, you can go to the video output menu. If you wish to change the video settings like brightness, contrast or saturation, you can use the video input menu. The Logitech Brio is the perfect camera for both now and the future as more and more people demand 4K content. To find out how you can get your own, visit xsplit.com/Logitech. For more information about XSplit products, make sure to follow our social media.
Alright, so that is our feature of the week, the Logitech Brio 4K webcam, which is out now where you guys can check that out as well. Of course, you guys know that we have a great relationship with Logitech and we do a lot of great stuff with them. So, it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see that in person. But yeah, it's going to be, thank you guys so much for joining us. As you guys know, there is going to be another form for TwitchCon happening pretty soon. If you guys missed what we talked about, make sure you check out the VOD. We're going to probably kind of post a little teaser on Twitter. So if you guys already saw it, that's what happened.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're going to be back next week for some more stuff. And we're going to talk about, we might be able to talk about some more TwitchCon stuff, what's coming up with us. Because there's a few events that's going to be happening. But yeah, we're actually going to show some love to Devolver Digital because they are live right now. I think JM is actually the one streaming right now. Actually.
Yes, I love them.
So here is the link if you guys want to go over there and say hello. We're going to host them up. And thank you guys so much for being here. If you want to quickly tell people where they can find you at everywhere. Yeah.
At Monkeyism on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Boom.
There you go.
And Mixer.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
I stream mainly on Twitch.
And then you can find me at twitch.tv/UGR Gaming, twitter.com/UGR Gaming. Then you guys can make sure if you follow this channel, if this is your first time here, we're going to be having a few shows happening as well tomorrow with Beyond the Stream with Super MC Gamer, as well as other stuff. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and everything because we do so much stuff. So make sure you follow us because it's awesome. All right. So thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you next week. All right. Peace. Bye.